Hey everyone, I'm Kate Kennedy and I'm here with day 24 of 100 Days of Kane, PA. And I'm here with the Chamberlains. So Ernie and Rachel and their three kids, Ada, Finn, and Keller, are going to share stories about how they like to spend their time in Kane. You know, Rachel and Ernie are both teachers, so they have the summers off, and so they really take advantage of the outdoor activities that are right here in Kane and have some great stories to share with you today. So I'm going to go ahead and flip around and we're going to walk over. Hey you guys.
Hello.
Hi. Thanks so much for having me here. Okay, so we live in the middle of the Allegheny National Forest, and I know that you guys are super active. And so what are some of the ways that you spend your time, especially in the summer, but all year round, enjoying what we do have here in Kane?
Well, I like playing baseball and going to the fields with my dad and playing catch with them and hitting balls around.
So do you play on a league?
Yeah, I played for Zuck Motors this year, and like our fields are up by Flickerwood, so we play up there.
Okay, and what positions do you play?
I play pitcher, first base, and shortstop for the regular season, and for All-Stars, I played pitcher, left field, and center field.
Okay, awesome. And so when you're not playing a game, you like to go up to the fields with your dad and practice? Yeah. Well, very good. That's a great way to spend some time. How about you, Ada?
I like boating at the Kinzu Dam, and I like tubing and jumping off the rocks that are there. There's Little Rock and Big Rock, and I just jumped off Big Rock last year, but I've been jumping off Little Rock since I was like,
Tiny.
yeah.
Okay, so that's where is Big Rock and Little Rock? Where are they located?
It's on the Kinzu Dam, and Little Rock is like 1.5 miles away from like where you like take your boat out, and then Big Rock is like maybe 1 mile away from Little Rock.
How do you get to the top of the rocks to jump off?
Well, you like park your boat, and then you like swim to the back, and there's like a little trail that you can go off and jump.
And did you say last year was your first year of jumping off Big Rock?
Yeah.
How big is Big Rock? How far away from the water?
Maybe like 10 feet.
Okay, so that's a big jump.
Yes.
What was that like for you when you jumped off? What were you thinking? What were you feeling when you're standing there looking down?
Well, like, it takes a little bit of like getting strength to like jump off.
That takes courage for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was it like? You were standing up there for your first time, looking at the water. What were you? Was your heart beating fast? Were you feeling nervous? Were you excited?
Yeah, but I've jumped off like rocks before into the water, so I wasn't that scared. Like, it didn't take me like 10 minutes. I just jumped. I just
You just
jumped.
did it. So you had your past experiences from Little Rock, and you just knew that you could do it. So that's awesome. That's a really fun way to spend it. Do you go up there with your friends sometimes?
Yes. We have a boat, and usually each of us like bring a friend, and I didn't jump off of Little Rock with my friend last year because I don't think she wanted to, but
No,
it was
that's great.
fun.
That is fun. That's awesome. Boating, jumping. How about you, Keller? How do you like to spend your time?
I like to camp at Kayasutha or Red Bridge because all like my friends are there, like Kane, Talon, and Seth are there, and I like to like catch crayfish there, and they also have like a field inside of the little loop there, and we always play wiffle ball there, or we play like football, or just like any activity there. We could play like spotlight there. Maybe
Spotlight.
even
You
like
can play Spotlight there. That's a great idea. I never thought of that.
you can like if some of your friends have like a campsite that has like water down by it, you can like walk in there and you can go swimming or like you can kayak a lot.
So it sounds like it's fun because you get to do all those fun things, but it's really fun because there's a lot of people that you're friends with that are camping at the same time.
Yeah.
And you have your sites right next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you catch the crayfish?
There's a creek right by. There's a creek that comes like right in the middle of the loop, and it like comes down, and there's two sides of it, so like you can have like many places to catch them. But
That's fun. Awesome. Well, great. And so before we get to you guys, Rachel, you graduated from
Yep.
Kane High School.
Class of 1998.
Yay. And Ernie, how did, like, you moved here because of Rachel. So what was your first experience in Kane like?
So I met Rachel in college, and it was only after I had only known her for a few weeks, and we were in this club where we'd go camping and hiking together, and she led a group up here. It was in October of 2001, and I'd only known her for a couple weeks, and we were, here camping at a place called Blackwater, which is kind of I guess a popular local site. And I was just amazed that, where I grew up, basically all the land around us is private. And so if you want to do anything, you basically have to know somebody to go, or, pay money to go to some campground. And the campgrounds where I grew up they weren't as scenic as what we have around here. So I was like blown away by like, we could just go in the woods and camp at these sites, and it's free. And that's probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever camped. I mean, the Kinzu Creek is just running right through Blackwater right there. And that was my first experience. And I remember that weekend we had brought our bikes, and so we were riding on the road there, the back road that takes you from Red Bridge to Westline. And I was really just amazed by just the beauty. And I tell the kids in school all the time, like, you're so lucky. You could literally just walk into the woods, and the woods here are open, like, the Allegheny National Forest and all the lands around the Kinzu Dam are there for you to basically use to hang out in, to hike and camp and bike through. And I just think that's impressive that we have all of this around us.
Right. And when you grow up here, sometimes you don't realize exactly what you have. So
people will say all the time, like, we don't have like I don't know what people want, because some people will be like, it's kind of boring here. And I'm like, well, do you want a Target? Like, what do you want? Because we don't have the time to do all the things that we want to do. There's so many things, my wife, Rachel, and I have only gone kayaking one time this summer so far. It's not like we want to kayak more. We're just trying to find the time to do all the things that we do.
Yeah. What are some of the places that you like to go, or things that you like to do?
I mean, I'm a super outdoors person, so everything we'd love to take the kids down and bike on the Kinzu Trail down at Westline, Jake's Rocks. I honestly love to bike and just do all the trails right around here. I spent a lot of time biking around what do they call it? The Tynesta Scenic area.
Oh, yeah.
You go out like JoJo Road, and there's all those roads that will take you out. I guess the locals, they call them the CC roads. I don't really even know what that means, but and then down by Twin Lakes, I've biked a lot of those roads, and the Craig Parati will take me on the what's that, the pipeline there.
Oh, right.
That's not an easy bike ride up and down, over and through the woods. But anyway, anything outdoors. I'm trying to think what else.
Well, you're also a musician.
I do try to play music.
And you do. You play music. You do it.
Yeah. Shout out to Tracy Smith. Tracy and I played with a lot of guys around here, but Tracy and I have just in the last 2 years have been playing a lot more, playing at Table 105, playing at the Log Yard. And I would say those, all the local restaurants, Rachel and I love. Because where we live here, we could just walk up the street, and we're so lucky to have that. I'm so appreciative of having the brewery, Log Yard. Just so good. Everything's so good.
And Table 105.
Table 105. What other restaurants do you like?
Table 105, I've always liked Pepe's. I haven't been to the winery. Wait, what? What is that? Twisted Vine.
Oh,
I haven't been there.
You and your
yet.
friends go to Texas, huh? A lot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Chinese, you like to go?
Yes.
Well, that's fun too for you guys because like in this town you can just walk up to meet your friends to go out to eat, and you don't.
Yeah.
And you guys can not have to really worry about that too much.
We go like well, we in the school year on like Fridays we would go a lot, or like for birthdays and stuff we like make group chats and go. But in the summer people are on vacation a lot more, so but I still try to meet with my friends.
That's
sometimes.
fun. Yeah, it's a fun place to grow up for sure.
We give the kids a lot of Finn and Ada are like at the age where they go for walks a lot with their friends, and they come. I don't know how many times they've come home. Countless times. Finn's holding a big shake from Lillian's place. I'm like, oh, you.
That's a far walk.
That's, oh, I see your walk took you to get a milkshake here.
That's nice. And Rachel, I'm sure I want to hear what you like to do, but also you guys chose to come back here. What
Yeah.
made you decide to come live in Kane?
Well, I moved to Kane in 1991 when I was going into 6th grade. Graduated from here in 98. Ernie and I met at IUP, and when we graduated, we started the look for teaching jobs so that we could someday have a house and family. And we set out probably 85 application packs all over and interviewed everywhere. And I was able to get hired in 2004 in Brockway, Pennsylvania. And so we lived there for 1 year, and Ernie subbed that year. And then the following year, Ernie got hired in Bradford. And so that was the point at which we decided that buying a house in Kane was going to be best. And after that, Ernie was able to start working in Kane, so it's even more of an ideal situation because he gets to walk across the street to school and be here for the kids. And so, my sisters are here. My mom was away for a while, but now she's back here, and so it's great for us that, we can have family. We miss Ernie's side of the family immensely, but we get out to visit them, and they come to us as often as possible.
Yeah, that's so great. So what are some of the things that you like to do? I know that your family touched on a lot of it already, but is there anything that they didn't mention?
Oh, these guys pretty much know that Mom's happy if we can go and do something outdoors, regardless of the time of year. In the winter we have passes at Holiday Valley, so we're up there skiing every weekend that we can. But spring, summer, and fall, we're just trying to be outdoors around here. Everybody's always saying to Ernie and I, it's so nice when we drive by your house, we always see the kids outside playing. And I think what people don't realize is there is a lot of poking and prodding behind the scenes, because they're just like any other kid, and they want to be playing video games and chilling out inside. But obviously from the stories they shared, there are good memories that they have and enjoyment that comes from the time we're outside. When it's Mother's Day and my birthday and I get to pick what I want to do, I like to go up and play disc golf up at the park. That's something that we don't get to do as often as I would like, but that's something that's always fun. Biking down at Westline, like Ernie mentioned, or Jake's Rocks. Just even walking around town. People laugh at us, but Ernie and I will take a morning walk out to Tops and get a few bags of groceries and walk home, and people are always like, don't you guys have a car? Are you getting your car fixed? But we just genuinely like to be outdoors, and we like to move and stay healthy and get lots of sunshine.
And to be able to walk to the grocery store is a luxury. That's amazing that that can happen.
Yep. And pretty much, as everybody else has pointed, we do travel a lot because we're fortunate enough that we are teachers and we have our summers off. So we do go a lot, but we equally enjoy the time that we are in Kane, and we pack it full of as much stuff as we can. The kids, friends are very important to the kids. They're at that age now, so we try to do a week away, a week home, a week away, a week home throughout the summer so that they get to have that time and we get to enjoy all the things. I start each day in Kane by coming out to this deck and drinking my morning coffee and then taking a walk, and then we we're gonna go boating today. So we let the adventure begin.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a fun childhood.
Yeah.
Good memories you guys are making. Before we wrap up, what would you guys say? Why do you love Kane?
I like that it's like a small town and you like know everyone around you. Like when you like walk uptown or something, you'll just be like, hey. And like if I bring someone like from out of town, they're just like really surprised that like you know everyone around you. Like I just like it that you are like it feels like home. Like
Yeah, and it's not just kids your age that you know, but you know their parents or
Yeah.
your aunts and uncles' friends. Like, yeah,
yeah.
that is nice. I like that too. What about you?
I agree with that too because I don't have to walk very far to see most of my friends because they all live on pretty much the same street, and it's like if I go to one person's house, we usually end up meeting the other ones outside.
That is nice. You don't have to really make a lot of plans ahead of time.
Yeah.
You can just run into each other as you walk up the street. That's great. How about you, Keller? What do you love about Kane?
I like that it's small, and I don't really like big places because I don't really know everybody, and it's like fun that you can just like walk to every place and
Yeah.
I think you feel safe here, right?
Yeah, I like that too. It is nice. And when you go to a city, you don't know everybody when you're walking through the city, so I get that. How about you, Ernie? What would you say?
I would. I think that sometimes I grew up like when you watch a TV show, especially from like the 80s and 90s. I grew up in that. On a Friday night, my mom and dad would drop me off at the mall, give me $10, and we'd play video games and maybe go to a movie and stuff like that. And when I go home now, and to go, I didn't really pay attention to it when I was younger, but all the street lights and all of the like the busyness of just to get to those places now, I can't wait to get back to Kane. I love, what do we have, one street light. I could just, on the summer day like today, you could get in your car, put the windows down, and just drive, and it's just this beautiful, beautiful wilderness that we have. And there's so much that I want to do. I just was talking to a guy. He just biked 140 miles the snowmobile trail that goes around the woods here, and I've only done parts of it, and I do it usually by myself in chunks, but he did it with a group of 12 people, and I said to him, I'm like, I want to do that next time you go. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna have to work up to the 140 miles. I could probably, but anyway, that's that kind of stuff. There's every day I hear about something, I'm like, oh, I want us to do that, and it's right here. It's not like we have to drive 2 hours to do them.
Yeah.
It's right here.
That's awesome. I agree. How about you, Rachel?
Oh, I really like it that it's a main street town. As we were saying, that things are centrally located, kind of keeping everybody together. We feel, parents worry about their kids, but we feel very safe with the kids going around town. And I love it that people from Kane like to come back to Kane. With our alumni weekend and Art in the Wild, you run into so many people that graduated that just really are genuinely happy to come back. I mean, nobody does reunions like they do in Kane. We tell people about it all the time. Even last summer, we were able to welcome back to Kane our foreign exchange student from 1996, Wiebke Wawirik from Germany, and we've remained close, though the time and the distance is great. I did my student teaching in England, and Ernie and I were able to go into Europe and go and stay with her. So last summer she contacted and wanted to bring her 2 boys here, and so they came for 3 days, and we were able to take them and show them all the things that Wiebke was doing with us, so many moons ago.
That's a really cool relationship.
Yeah.
That she came back here to show her kids
Yep.
where she spent some time. I
Yep.
love that.
Yeah, it's great, and people are always moving back to Kane and loving it, right, Kate?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Is there anything else that you want to share before we wrap up?
I do also really like the drive-in.
Oh,
and
tell us about that.
I like bringing friends to the drive-in and like getting popcorn
and then watching like the movies.
Do you guys set up chairs outside of the car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not sitting with mom and dad.
Yeah.
Sometimes we like sit in the back of the
Yeah.
car.
Put the hood up.
Yeah.
Have you gone this year yet?
No, actually I
Other than
haven't.
Squatch Fest last
Yeah,
night.
other
Yeah.
than Squatch Fest. Squatch Fest is always fun too.
Good music.
With all the friends and
Yeah.
food and stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the drive-in. That is a great way for families to spend time. So before we go, why don't you guys say what grades are you guys going into?
I'm going into 6th grade,
I'm going into 8th grade.
4th grade.
All right, so 2 middle schoolers. Is that still how it's broken down?
Yes.
Okay.
6th grade.
And 1 elementary school. All right, you guys, anything else? Any last words?
No, we feel honored that you wanted to talk to us. We feel like we're just pretty normal, average people, but you know, it's just enjoying the environment that we live in.
Yeah, well, you guys do it well and some great ideas. So,
And we recommend everybody else going out and enjoying all of the wonderful things that we have around us.
absolutely. And today is a great day for that.
Yes.
All right, thanks you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you got some ideas of the ways that you can spend time this summer. I know a lot of you guys already do these things, but maybe if you have an idea that was talked about that you like, or a different idea of the way that you spend your time outside here in Kane or around Kane, put it in the comments below so that we can all look back and figure out ways we can get outside and enjoy the natural beauty that we have here in Kane. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 25.